Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, now. What up, though?
What up, though?
I'm ready. I want the big one.
Okay.
I want the rich one.
Me too.
Pick one. Go ahead and pick one. All right.
We got Ash Fox and we got Dom in the building. What's up, y'all? How
What's
y'all
up? We're
I'm
feeling
happy to
good.
be here.
Yeah.
Y'all feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it that way.
Okay.
This is an episode of Detroit Got Celebrities, and I know y'all is one. Okay?
Look, I'm still trying to get used to that. I'm like, am I or?
Andy is.
Right. I'm like, okay, I still feel a little regular, but I know I'm not
Ain't nothing regular about you.
at all.
Nothing, nothing at all.
We don't even
You
do
weren't
it.
even born to be regular. That sound crazy.
Look, I receive.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into it then.
Let's do it.
How did being on Ready to Love Detroit change the way you view dating
Oh, we're going to hop right into it, I see.
and commitment?
Okay.
And what?
And commitment.
Ash, you go first.
Okay. So how did my viewpoint on it and how it, okay, so it made me really look at the person for who they are. Because you will see red flags in the beginning and sometimes you will ignore it. And what I learned is to, like, when you're in front of the camera, when you're in front of people, it's not just you and that person talking. It's you and everybody else listening, plus those million people that's watching. So what I realized in that moment is you got to just be your authentic self and who you are. Because for one, the camera will catch everything. And I just feel like don't fake who you are, especially when it comes to dating. So I just feel like it just put a big magnifying glass on red flags. Like you really look at them right there for what it is. Like even with your boundaries, you know, so it just made me view like looking at the red flags in the beginning and just walking away or staying if it fits, if that makes sense. So me, I just look at the red flags. When you see the red flags, don't ignore them. And that's what I really learned taken from that situation.
What's a few red flags that you noticed?
Whew, I'm in a hot seat. So what I noticed is the first red flag was just a gaslighting. It was a lot of gaslighting, trying to up yourself when you don't have to. You know, people can see right through that. If you let a person talk for a long time, they'll start telling on themselves. So that's what I started noticing is you're just talking, but you're not really showing it or proving it. So that was a red flag for me that I was like, but I still wanted to kind of dive in to see like, okay, are you serious or not? So that was like me listening to talk instead of action. Like when you first start, like that was a red flag for me. So another red flag was just trying to dim my light. Like people know who you are before you do. Sometimes you know yourself, but sometimes people will see your light. And if they're not there, they'll try to dim it. So I felt like that was a red flag for me. You were trying to compare me to a lot of the other ladies. And I just felt like if you didn't like what you see, then you could have picked one of the other ladies. So that was another red flag for me as far as like just trying to dim my light because you see good qualities in me, but since you're not there, you want to make me go where to the level that you're at. So that was one of the red flags.
Well, for me, I would say what I learned from this in a dating experience, it didn't change the way I feel like I'm going to date people. Mm-hmm. It did change like what I'm willing to accept when I know better. So when you know better, you do better. I'm not giving out, at this big age in my life, I'm 43 years old, I'm not giving out no passes and thinking that people going to, change and I can fix people. I want people to meet me where I'm at. So if you can't meet me where I'm at or better, then I'm not going to waste my time. Because what I learned in dating is time is valuable. And who I give my time to means a lot to me. So for me, I'm not willing to give away the time to somebody who is not worthy of it. And I learned that doing this experience because I came here vulnerable, I came here bold, and I came here willing to do something different that I was used to doing. And I was very vulnerable in that state. Like I was willing to accept like what's going on and look at people for face value. And I didn't think that I was being judged in that part because I was giving everybody a clean slate. But when you see people, when people show you who they are, believe them. So that's what I learned. I'm never going to dim my light or change who I am to circumference to what somebody else want me to be. So in that aspect, if I feel like a man ain't worthy to be talking to me, then why am I talking to him? I'm not gonna do it anymore. And that's what I took from this experience. If I would have walked away sooner than later. I'm never going to settle for anything because I'm not settling. When I want something that's amazing and super great, I do it for myself. So why would I settle for somebody who is not in the same space that I'm in? And I'm not shooting in the gym with nobody right now. I'm already who I am. I'm already established. So I need a man to be established as well. So I'm not willing to date a person who want to build a block because I can't build you up. We can build together, but you got to already be who you are at the age that I'm at. If I was 23, then it would be a different story. But when I'm at 42, when I did this show, I was 42. At 42, I shouldn't be having to figure it out with a man. A man should already have to figure it out. And I'm not willing to dumb it down for somebody else. And I'm never going to do that again. So that's what I learned.
So
Love that.
So basically, you have to come to the table already established.
Yeah, because I'm coming established. I'm coming as who I am, and I ain't asking you to install anything in me to make me better. I'm already that girl. I'm already her. So I need you to already be him. And it's at a certain stage in our life, you know, you should be prepared, and you should meet me there. You know, building things is like somebody who you are. I already did that before. I came to somebody and I was shooting in the gym with him already, and we built together. And it was like we were younger. At this stage in my life, at this age, I need a man to already be who he is, and then we come together and do something amazing.
And you were actually way younger, you know, when you were with your ex-husband. So.
Yeah, so I need you to come as the man you already, you know, aspiring to be, and not taken away from who I am because I'm already the woman who I want to be. Not saying that I can't get better. Of course, we all can. There's always room for that. But for me to dumb down who I am to accept you where you are, I ain't doing it. And that's a stage for disaster. So that's
it really
a red
magnifies it.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's my red flag. I seen that already. I already knew who he was coming into it, and I thought that I could be supportive. But really, when a man is at a certain age and he not where he want to be, he never gonna be happy with you. You know, that's how I feel. Because it becomes a challenge for him because it's like a competition that he inside with himself with me, and I ain't in a competition with no man because I can never compete with that. I'm a woman, so I'm never trying to compete with that. But I never want nobody to despise me based on where I'm at because they not in a good space with themselves. So I'm not gonna. The red flag was, hey, when he was saying the things that he was saying, I should have listened, and I should have. You took my own advice. Dang, that is a red. When people say, oh, he had the baby and it was a random. At 38, we don't really have random babies. We know better. That's some shit you do a one night stand and get a one night stand pregnant. That's something you do when you 21, not 38. You should be more responsible, I think. So if you ain't valuing your life with a certain responsibility, then how can I have you value mine? Because that take value. If you got so many values and standards, then when you outside having casual sex with females who you don't know, you should be protecting yourself. And if you didn't, then that means that should have been the biggest red flag for me. And I was willing to let that go. I was willing to give him a clean slate, and that wasn't fair to me. To now, I got to endure all your insecurities, and that's not okay. So.
Do the person have to be in your age bracket, or would you date younger if they have their stuff together?
It's for me or Ashley? Me?
For both of y'all.
Well, for me, I dated a young, because he was younger. I mean, a man could have his shit together at 35 or 30. Particularly, I've never dated anybody under, I don't think. If a man got his shit together, he just do. And if he can meet me, at a responsibility to take on the responsibilities that it take to have a woman, because I'm coming with the responsibilities to know how to be a woman to a man. So I'm not just a taker, I am also a giver. So anything that I'm offering out or asking of somebody to do for me, I can do for them as well. So I think age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
So I just, I ain't met a man who was younger at this moment who couldn't do those things, but I guess it's possible, and I would never say never. So if a man came to me and he was younger than me and he had his shit together and was not intimidated by the woman I am, then I could be with him too. I don't know. It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I'm at the age where it's like the uncle want to talk to me and the son.
Me too.
So it's like
the daddy and the son. Actually, the daddy and the son.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like right in that age range, but lately a lot of the young guys been approaching me. It's crazy, and I would talk to a younger guy, but I'm still attracted to older men only because of just the maturity level and what you can provide and teach me. I like to always learn, so I want you to be able to teach me things,
and
work out.
Just because you're young, don't mean that you can't teach them things as well.
Exactly. So I'm at a point in my life where even if I date a guy older, because sometimes when I run into older men, they feel like they can mold me or try to like change me or teach me something, but not in a like you talking at me, but you're not like, am I your daughter or your partner? So that's where I kind of draw the line with older guys, because I don't want to feel like I'm controlled, but I want to feel like I'm your woman. You know, I want to feel like I'm your partner. You still can get counsel from me and take it, and I can get counsel from you and take it, instead of
I don't think that just come from an older man. I think that just come from a
mature yes, but
man.
Usually the older
and he can
men,
be younger or older, because sometimes you can be the older man and he think that he dating this young girl because he want to be able to control you in those aspects. So for me, I'ma say I ain't putting a cap on no age. I'm attracted to who treats me well.
That's where I'm at.
And you could be my same age, you could be older or maybe younger. Whoever is coming to me with the respect that I'm giving and the diligence that I'm gonna give, I'm willing to give it a shot with whoever. So if it is not, if my age don't become a problem, then yours shouldn't be one either.
That's where I'm. Literally like that.
Period. My stomach growling. I hope y'all don't get some here. Hungry and all. I already ate. I cooked breakfast this morning. I don't know why my stomach growling this loud. My nerves is bad. Okay.
What was the biggest misconception people had about you before the show, and what do you hope they see now?
Oh my God. I was trying not to talk about this, but this Mean Girl stuff is...
Before the show.
Oh, before the show.
What's the misconception?
Oh, before the show? That a lot of people think that I'm just real quiet and timid, and I'm like, I don't say much, I'm real shy, and now I'm like the opposite. I just open up to people that I'm comfortable with. So I think a lot of people realize like, oh, Ashley, she fun, she tell jokes, she goofy, she loving, you know. So I think that's what really, I'm happy about that, honestly, because people always, I thought you was stuck up, or I thought you was quiet, or this and that, and it's just like, no, I'm just a social loner, you know. Like, I know a lot of people, I'm around a lot of people, but I know how to be by myself. I know how to chill. I know how to just, I don't have to have a crowd. So a lot of people think that I'm mean, and I'm not. You know, I'm just to myself.
Well, I can piggyback off of what Ash is saying, because sometimes before the show, or people seeing me, and still during the show, I guess, people feel like I'm mean, or I'm snooty, and I'm not. Like, I'm probably the most down-to-earth woman that you would ever meet. I've been everywhere. I could be in a room with billionaires. I could be in a room with my cousins who from the Mac and Bewick, the east side. I don't know, like,
not too much.
I'm Mac and Bewick. I'm from the west side, so we don't say that. My point is, I could be anywhere. I can go to any place, and I'm always gonna be Dominique. And I never had any complaints about that. When people meet me, they like, damn, you cool as hell. But I'm always giving myself. I'm very comfortable with Dominique, so I'm never switching up. I'm gonna be this same person, and I know how to act accordingly in every atmosphere.
Yeah, I think people are intimidated by confidence. Because when I met Dominique, I'm like, she confident, she don't give a damn. And I like people that don't care, like, because I don't care about a lot of stuff. Like, that's why I don't post or do a lot of political things, because I would have been canceled. It's a lot of stuff I just don't care about, and that's what Dominique, she just don't care. So I think
Ashley got strong views too, and she's very smart. So she has her opinions on things, and sometimes as friends, right,
I would have to keep it quiet,
and I'll be like, sometimes we're gonna keep it cute. And
that's why I don't say much.
I ain't about to do too much. So I'm highly educated, which a lot of people don't know. I graduated from the University of Michigan, but I let people think what they want to think.
Yep.
So they might think that she don't know this or she don't know that. And sometimes I'm in a room and I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. So it comes with a lot of responsibilities to be the smartest person in the room. People will now go into you for everything and accent. And sometimes when I get into a room, I'm more quiet and I'm observant and I'm listening to people. And I'm like, they fucking talking out their ass or that's wrong. And I know it's wrong. And it's something called Google these days. So people for people who just sit up and talk and make up shit, I be looking like, are you slow?
That's why I don't
You
say
can
much.
just do that. But I let people be who they are and I want to be who I am. So people can feel however they feel. At the end of the day, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a kind person. Fuck being nice because nice is fake. I'm kind.
Fuck being nice.
I ain't gotta be nice because I could be in your face and be nice and nasty. I'm kind. And that's what God asked of me anyway, to be a kind individual. Because people will be nice in your face and then as soon as they turn around, they nice and nasty. I'm kind always. So if you ask, I'm never going to give my opinion unless it's asked for. Like my good sister right here, I took a liking to Ashley right away. As soon as we met, I liked Ashley.
Well, I don't get offended off opinions, and then I like advice. So I'm not the type that if somebody tell me their opinion on something I did wrong, I'm not gonna just or stop being your friend or look at you a certain way. I'm gonna be like, for real?
Yeah.
Like what? I want people to tell the truth about me because I know one day, or like even in a conversation, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm never gonna not tell somebody the truth because that, for one, that's blood on my hand. You know,
and Ashley, if I could
hype
her up a little, hype me up.
Yeah.
I'm hyping you up today. I'm hyping her ass up because Ashley is like really like a sister to me, a little sister, and I can say that confidently. I was able to give her direction and
on
the show
and off
and off camera, because sometimes people want to do stuff on camera and I will pull her to the side and say, hey, say it a little different, just because it's going to be received that way. And so that's what y'all didn't get to see. And people will be like, oh, they this and that and the third, but how am I this and that and the third when I'm going to give if a girl got her ass out, I'm giving her a pair of tights so I can say, class it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they make characters out of us on the show.
And I didn't like that. So the misconception of us on the show was that we were mean girls, and they never got to see the kindness that we were serving all through the show, all with everybody, giving advice, giving suggestions, helping out when help needed to be had. We all were dating the same people, so it wasn't catty because of that. We was all dating the same men.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, for real, because we didn't get to talking.
Yeah, sorry. Take over the interview. Like, I ain't asked you no more questions. We just talk too much. All right, my bad. Let me shut up. What's next, Lee?
Detroit has a unique dating culture. How do you think dating in Detroit different from other cities?
Oh my God. So when I go out of town, you just know you see somebody from Detroit. So I just feel like it's the look, for one. We just look good, you know, a Detroit couple to me. I feel like we look great. The style, how we act, how we talk, I don't know. I just feel like we are different. Like when they say Detroit versus everybody, I really believe that. Like I really do. It's just something different about us.
How's the dating culture though?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of stale. I'm trying to make
Say
it sound
what it is. Don't make it.
But the dating culture,
don't it up.
it could be better. I feel like it could be better. It's so many. I feel like good relationships that's in Detroit that's not out there or presented like right as they should. Like so even like these series on TV, I feel like they should really show actual real Detroit culture, how we live, how we make our money together, how we build businesses together. So I feel like the dating culture it's not really it's shunned upon. It's like a party city right now. It's just to
it's
me.
not, I want to
Go
say.
ahead.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt.
No.
It's different from what it used to be. My ex-husband is a bred man from Detroit, and
for the people that don't know, who is your ex-husband?
Man, we need to know that.
my ex-husband is Vashawn Leonard. He is a retired NBA player. He had an NBA career for 14 years in the NBA, which is very hard. Retired and a starter in the NBA. And to be married to, he's a real Detroiter. He was very humble, so I could never be Hollywood. I think I was the most Hollywood he had ever seen. and we were all
When, like, together
while
or
we were together
Mhm.
because he was so different, but the culture was just different. And what I grew up in, the culture of men,
they had paid for your school?
it was so different.
They-
We have
yeah.
real men right now.
Yes.
I feel like the men want to. I could be wrong. Some of them that I've been introduced to on a dating scene now are super different because men were
They
when
want
I was
flowers.
growing up.
They want flowers.
They want to be the baddies, and I'm not used to that.
I just remember.
I'm used to a real
Yeah,
man.
my uncles
like,
and the older men that I grew up with, they just took care of their women, the Detroit men.
and didn't want to be like didn't want no credit for it.
Nope.
Didn't want to be in front of the camera. Didn't
Yep.
want to praise for it because it was already happening.
Mhm.
And I'm also an old school woman, so I do all the things that I need to do for my man. So when I'm the dating culture now for me as a woman who was married in a relationship for 20 years, which people can be in a relationship for 6 months, 5
Yeah.
months, 2 weeks. Two
Not-
weeks. When I talk to women now, the average relationship is lasting 2 weeks, and they didn't do everything in those 2 weeks.
And the wedding costs way more.
Being
than,
intimate
Yeah.
to being meeting families and everything, and then breaking up and getting ghosted. So the culture is just different. So I feel like dating scene in the city has changed, and
Mhm.
I tend to not date in the city because I'm really scared of the men in here.
But being a man, why do you think that?
I think social media have a big
100%.
input on relationship.
hmm
I think
Everybody think they got too many options.
too many options, and I think it gave men, they want to be the spotlight as well.
Mhm.
When women just held the spotlight.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? I think they want to play
Okay,
the field too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's-
I can speak on that because like my ex-husband never had social media. When I first got social media was like in 2013. I didn't have social media either. So I was coming from a place where I don't want people in my business. I don't need them to see. If you know me, you know me. I didn't even want people to post me. So I didn't get social media, I think, to 2012. But my ex-husband never had it. So he would look at me and be like, what you on there doing? You know, like, why you spending so much time on that? And it was like, oh, it's fun. You get to see people. And it was like a photo album that you
Yeah.
get to see into lives of other people who you didn't know. And we didn't have that much access back in the day. So
Yeah.
it was more so you met a baddie, you like, oh, wow. Now, men seeing baddies
But it's
all
not
day.
even the
but that-
baddies. They
wait.
took care of their mothers.
They sisters, they
Mhm.
family, they
Yeah.
were just different type of providers.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that we was like, you gotta do. It was just
When
something
did
that
it
we
stop?
were used to, right? So now I feel like everything that people do for you is you gotta post it. If you didn't
Yep.
post it, it's like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't gotta post that. I ain't even gotta post it till I got a man.
You want to say
Why do you
something?
need to know? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I see he itching.
Women want to, I ain't gonna say all women, but I'm
Some.
saying most women want their man to post them.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't live in that world.
Nope.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
live in
saying?
that.
Right?
Just because you ain't posting me don't mean I don't exist.
But-
I actually prefer if you didn't.
Right.
Honestly, I'd rather keep what I got is sacred because so many people is praying on what they see, and so many people is looking at what they see and thinking it's a perfect relationship. That shit ain't even perfect. That lady can be getting beat. She can have all kind of things happening to her. This man can be abusive. She can be abusive. They can be cheating. I ain't praising nobody just because they posted some good pictures. I don't give it two shits. I'm like,
But
I don't trust
do
it.
you-
I ain't praising that.
Do you think it because of the era you grew up in? Now,
Mm-mm.
I think for
with
me,
the, with
I
the
can say that.
women nowadays, they grew up in the social media era.
Oh, the era. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you said
You-
area.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like it's a different era where you grew up. It don't matter to you. But
Yeah.
now, the newer generation, social media confirms everything.
I've been that bitch. Social media didn't make me. I was that.
No.
I was that woman
But then
before
it's like,
her.
but then it's like, don't show me because sometimes women would think that okay, well, since he's doing that for her,
He gonna do it for
he
me.
gonna do it for me. So they try to prey on your relationship, and I just rather keep everything private, especially if I'm not married. I'm gonna keep saying that, especially if I'm not married. So
I was
it's just
married.
like,
I was married, and
Yeah.
I was never posting my husband.
Yeah.
And not that it was shame, not that it was a secret. It was just that was sacred to me. And you don't need to know what's going on over here. You don't need to know that he bought me a Bentley, a Bentley and a motherfucking S550 in the same week. You don't need
Yeah.
to know that. But it was happening. That was my real life. You don't need to know that I live behind these gates in Franklin community, and I live next door to Dan Gilbert and everybody. I mean, you don't need to know that about my life. And I wasn't posting that, and that's my real life because that was sacred to me, and I protected that. So for me, social media didn't make me who I was. Things that I'm seeing people doing now and celebrating, I'm like, I lived that life already, and still living a great life,
it's
right?
the validation.
But I
That's
don't need
all.
validation in that. So if I post nice things, I just posted that. But a lot of my relationship things, my marriage, and my children were not being posted,
Yeah.
and not like I was hiding it. It's just that my kids sometimes didn't want to be posted.
Yeah.
They didn't want that. They were like, no, this is me. And I didn't want to be posted for a certain part of time. So I do feel like social media changed the relationships of how people move and what people think is important and value. And I don't believe in any of that. So I don't need my man to post me. And I prefer if he didn't have social media. I like it better. I'm like, oh, yeah, real gangster. I like it. You know, like, I don't need that. I don't need a baddie who trying to take a picture like just like me. No, I want the pictures to be taken to me. I got to sit here and take a picture of yo. I'm confused on what you trying to promote out here. You know, like what we need. I don't need to do all of that, and I don't request that. So that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think most of the rich, successful people, they tend to show off what they're doing now?
Like as far as like the celebrities or
the celebrities, when they buy their wife a car, when they buy their
yeah.
husband something, it's more of a show. It's more of a flex.
Yeah.
Now, what's your
My husband bought me 4 Wingstops in real time. Like that's my real life,
and
I didn't post that. You know, like that was what was happening in my life. So I didn't feel the need to post it, or he didn't. You know, and when I posted it, people were like, oh, you own those? Yeah, but he actually was like, yeah, that's for you. That's for our family. You know what I mean? So I guess that's a flex, right?
it's a flex, but are you saying like are you asking like why do you think that I think they're just posting it because they want the validation. They need the likes. They need the views.
But
I don't think nothing wrong with it. I just feel like that's not what I don't feel like I'm mad at them for doing that. I'm not. I enjoy watching because I be like, look at them. I like it.
But in the world now of when we didn't have internet, it's more of a content creator thing.
Yeah.
It's more of let me build my brand type vibe than back in the day where it wasn't existing in a way, you know, in your era where you didn't have to. But now you want to show that you got a Wingstop because maybe you want to tell people about Wingstop, get a franchise. I reckon, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not mad at that. I'm all with it. If you making money from it, I'm all with it. I ain't mad at it at all. I'm just saying that wasn't my lifestyle.
Right.
That wasn't what we were doing. But people knew I owned them. And, you know, we would post it, but it wasn't like, oh, yeah, my husband just went out and bought me these 4. Because that's what really happened. I didn't say that. But
it's okay to brag.
And you can promote.
It's okay to,
you can promote your businesses because that's
yeah.
what you should be doing. And if you making revenue for it, it's so much money to be made. Why not be a content creator? Why not
social media killed the relationship?
But I do think it killed the relationship vibe because now it's everybody feel like they got so many options when this man might not ever met this kind of girl or even seen her. And now we promoting things on here. We get to be naked. We get to be this. We get to be all of that. I just learned out. And it's probably off topic, but last night I didn't even know that I'm old school. They told me that it was porn on Twitter. I was like, what? I was thinking it's just XX or Pornhub. They said, girl, that's old. I said, they got porn. I was so disappointed. I couldn't even believe. He know that my assistant is right here. He know, like, I was like, so what you mean? Like, they got, he's like, yeah, it's on Twitter.
They show it all.
I didn't know that. So I'm still in the dark ages on some things. I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, like, far as DMing people, like, it's like, yo, you can DM somebody, and if you got it going on, you damn near there with her. Like, you know, or him or her. You know what I'm saying? Like, relationships is a DM away. Like, when you used to see girls back in the day, I remember we used to write numbers on the hand, on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We used to use regular phones. Now, somebody you like, you a DM away.
Yep, you a DM away. You can video chat. And you can call that person. It's just too accessible.
I don't internet date. Sorry, I don't internet date. People be in my DM heavy, and I say that to them. I'm like, well, baby, I don't. They be talking to themselves for weeks and months.
See,
and
but
years.
I will though. I will internet date.
And so this is what I don't do. And that's okay. I don't. The DMs be in there, and I'm like, I just feel like it's an awkward situation for me because I
won't just write everybody.
I need a man. I need to get. Most of the men who I've ever been connected to have been referred. Mm-hmm. It's been like a referral list. Like somebody knew them and they told me it was okay. So for DM, I'm still a little scary. I don't give a fuck if I know you a celebrity. I'm like, why he in my thing? Mm-hmm. It's weird for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the girl who DM dates. And people
I won't DM, but I'll entertain a DM.
Right, but they don't think that. I'm in here like, damn, he really on me. He on my head.
Yeah, but I probably like it.
And they stay in here. They be living in here talking to they niggas.
But I'm definitely not friendly. I don't need somebody on
Let
red.
me say this because this is so important to me. Niggas in DM is faithful and loyal because they be in there for 20 years and I ain't saying shit. And and they still telling me good morning. I said, God, maybe I should give this nigga a try. He in here every day. He not playing. He like, girl, what's up? What's up? I said, sending things and sending like what? It gets a little wild, and I just have never entertained it. I'm gonna say one time I think I did, and it scared the shit out of me. So I was just like, because I don't know this person from a can of paint, and you get to be whoever you want to be on the internet.
That's true.
I don't know nobody who know you. I don't know. Like, so
but I think
it's
because
scary.
I grew up with that a little bit more, so I don't mind, virtual dating. But I gotta meet you.
I have entertained a DM.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I never have had a relationship or really met with somebody in for real person. Like, people are talking to me, and they talking to me for so long. Sometimes I'm like, oh, he kind of cute. Oh, okay, that's cool. But I never have met up with them or even went past like coming to see them or something like that. Even if they, my DM got lots of celebrities in that thing. It's real. My daughter be in my DM every day. She be like, did you see your DM? I'm like, what's in
because
there?
sometimes it ain't all what it's hyped up to be either.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It is one person who I think should DM me. I'm gonna take a shot at that one.
She is hilarious.
I'm waiting on that motherfucker DM. I'm like,
do he view the story?
Yup. I was like, hey.
Oh, it might be coming in. They view
say
that
something.
story.
Should I say something? That's what we gotta do. Gotta go back in that motherfucker, like 10 pictures.
Yeah, you might gotta like a little story or something.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm here for it.
Since we on this, do you think women not shooting their shot mess up the culture of dating?
I shoot mine.
Yeah, I would shoot my shot. I'm not thirsty, but I'll let you know I like you.
Yeah.
I might smile at you, do a little eye, or say hi, or
if I see you
I'll
over
come
there
up to you,
and I think you look nice, or I'm in a restaurant,
my shot,
or I'm
for
somewhere,
sure.
I'm gonna make direct eye contact. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna be like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna let it be known. I always been that girl.
And then after that, definitely pursue. And if you're interested, but I'll definitely let you know I like you. I'm not about to just sit there and just be weird.
I speak.
I'm gonna speak. I might miss my chance.
In person, I'm good at that. Ain't nothing hold me back. Like, if I see a man that I like and I'm like, I don't really per se have a type because everybody is kind of all over the place for me. But if I see something that I like and I'm interested, you never know.
Yeah, I'm
man or woman. I might be like, hey girl. Hey. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm feeling in this moment. Whatever. I'm okay with that. That's just me. So that's just what I'm speaking on. I'm gonna stand on it. But it is one person who should slide on me. I'm waiting on it.
She waiting on it.
I'm waiting on it.
I'm waiting on it. They view the story. And I was like, oh no, you fucking lying.
Sometimes you gotta keep it player.
But that's one bite. I might bite back. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested.
What lesson did the show teach you about emotional maturity and communication in relationships?
Oh my God, that's a lot.
That's a loaded question.
That is loaded. Ooh, that's a whole sandwich. Okay, so what was the first half? What did it teach us about
emotional what?
Maturity.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let's unpack one at a time.
Okay.
Because that was like a lot. So let's unpack one. Go ahead.
Emotional.
I won't be long-winded.
I definitely think I'm emotional mature, especially when it comes to relationships. But being in front of the camera, sometimes you got to check yourself a little bit more. But I felt like I was already emotional intelligent. That's why I did the process, because if I wasn't emotional intelligent, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have wasted no man time if I'm crashing out or yelling at you or so I felt like I was already emotional intelligent, but I just gonna keep saying it. It just magnified it. This show magnified a lot. Like, it made me look at everything with a bigger lens. So now I can say I'm checking myself more. When it comes to just like my attitude or me responding to certain situations. But other than that, I'm a retired crash out. I think I healed. I'm healed now. I went to therapy.
Not a retired crash out.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not there no more. I don't care that much to just do all of that, But so that's why I did the process. But as far as emotional intelligence, I feel like I'm ready. Like I can listen. I can be quiet. I can let you talk, but then I also can articulate how I feel to my partner. And I felt like being on the show taught me how to articulate more on what I want and what I want from you.
I feel like as a woman, you know, in my 40s, right? My early 40s, they were saying I was 50. I was like, that's so crazy.
That girl, they was hating.
I can't wait to get to 50. It's a blessing. Life is a blessing. So every day that we grant on this earth is a blessing for me. So I want to make it to 50. I want to make it to 100 like my grandma. 99 and a half to be exact. It's my grandma's birthday. Shout out to my grandma today. She would have been 100. She passed 9 months ago. Today's a heavier day. But what I want to say is, as far as emotional intelligence, I'm very in tune with my emotions. So I see people when they're not, and I recognize it instantaneously. Like I can I looked at some of the women, and no shade, no tea to them, but I was like, dang, I've seen it before. I've been there. But as you get older, hopefully, not seeing it as you get older that things always change, but different stages in your life, you see things, you move differently. So far as emotionalness, I just was like, I'm so in tune with Dominique that I never worried about. I knew my emotional intelligence was intact because I wasn't worried about what Ashley was doing if she went out with one of my connections or any of that. It never bothered me because I was so secure in who I am. So my emotional activity, like she said, retired crash out. That's so cute.
Girl, I'm done with that.
I never crash out. So I'm more direct, and people don't know. A lot of people like to insinuate. I'm not an insinuator. I'm more of a call your name out, put your name on it, say I said it. I'm gonna say I said it. I'm never gonna say something about Ashley behind her back and wouldn't say it to her face. So if I'm always in that stance, right? So my emotional activity is so in tune because I've had so much time with myself to work on that was a me thing, and I worked on me.
And facing yourself is one of the hardest things to me. When I really took the time and really faced myself, like I can't even stress that to say that. Like when you really look in the mirror, face yourself, and face the insecurities, face the dirty side of you, because you always want to up the part of you that that people see, versus the stuff that you see and that you don't want people to see. So I always say that facing myself was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. I'm not lying. Like really getting through there and like just getting through it. It was just so hard to like face, like, damn, you kind of fucked up a little bit.
But how other people see you, it's always going to be a different reflection, right? So I see myself, and then I listen to other people when they say how they see me.
Yeah.
And that's always funny to hear how other people view who you are.
Accepting it.
Or receiving who you are.
Yes.
So when I'm like, damn, that's what you thought? Because me, I'm a kind person, like I stated earlier, and I'll give you anything. If I got it, I give it to you. And I don't never do nothing for anybody with the aspect of receiving anything back. It's just in me to be kind to other people and to do things out my heart. Now I can't help what my fucking face look like when I'm thinking about certain things. I just got a face that look like this, and I could really be thinking about, I could be thinking about the best things in life, and my face be looking fucked up. So I gotta work on that, because other people was like, they taking it as me being ice cold, and I'm not at all. Like, I couldn't have been an ice cold woman and been every person who I was on that show, that everybody
top connection.
So
it's like
every man who dated me,
no elimination dates,
none. Every man who dated me in that space was like, my emotional intelligence was high, and I was like, I'm very understanding, and but that's just because Dominique is so comfortable with Dominique.
Yes, and I'm very lighthearted, like, and that's one thing that I didn't really like. What my connection tried to do was compare me or compare how I speak, how I talk. Like with Dominique, she's very like I told her she need a master class on how to capture a man. As far as like his eyes, she just know how to do it. But one of the guys was trying to compare that, and one of the other ladies, Shannon, she has a real pretty baby voice, and just trying to compare me. Me, I'm bubbly. I'm gonna laugh. I'm just gonna be Ashley, my little ghetto on it, but that's just who I am. And I just didn't. And I just didn't like. I didn't like the
comparison. Take my ghetto card away.
Yeah, and it's just like, But all of the other men love this bubbly, fun type of woman. But I see what you're trying to do.
But guess what?
Mhm.
Sometimes when I date a person and they trying to change everything about me, they don't like me.
Yeah,
And I
you don't
love
like
that.
me.
Like, you
Yep.
don't like me.
Yep.
So if I get with this man and now I'm trying to change him to do this, that, and the third, it's like, oh,
It's
this
performative.
I don't like him. I'm trying to make him a nigga that I like, and you ain't it.
I don't want nobody to be performative
And that
because I
moment,
don't want to be performative.
You need to go find a man that you like with all those qualities, because I want a man to like the bad things about me. He like, damn, that's might be a flaw, but I love her flaws because I ain't perfect.
Mhm.
And I don't expect you to be. So in my essence of that, I'm like, be who you are and let me be who I am.
But I do feel like women have to be performative a lot. You know,
Are you performative?
no, but I feel like it's just a nature for us because
I get it.
sometimes we gotta go to sleep cute. We gotta do certain things just to keep this man, or I can't go to sleep in my bonnet or a big shirt because he might look at me a certain way. So in a way, it's performative. Even though we love to wear our lingerie or we love to wear our matching sets or a cute whatever, a wig to sleep, but sometimes we might want to wear a big t-shirt and our bonnet. How are you going to judge me? Are you going to look at me a certain way, then go on your DM and write that girl? Or are you going to love me for who I am because I'm not performative that day, or I'm not putting on this lingerie for you right now? You know what I'm saying? So that's where...
And not to get you wrong, she will do that for
Yes,
you.
I will do that. Majority of the time.
Yeah.
I'm never going to not please my man, but it's just days where, can we be human?
I'm always
Like,
human.
but-
I'm giving it to you.
But when
just
you're in
who
a
I am.
relationship, sometimes they cannot toot. Sorry, but it's a turn off.
Yeah.
You know, but y'all can belch, fart, and do all this, and we gotta accept it. Not saying that I would do that because that's not ladylike, but I'm just saying it's always. I'm just saying we just always have to be in this mind of being performative, and that's not fair.
Got it.
Do you think it's because a man want a perfect woman? Do you think that have a, like, when a man look at a woman, he wanted to be perfect. I think y'all can accept flaws better than a man can accept flaws.
Why?
That's the good question. I think that men just naturally just want the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? I think
Even
it's
when
just,
he not the best.
it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it what it is, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think men need to do better and understanding that your woman is going to have things that she's going to do that you don't agree with that a woman should do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because we're human.
yeah, and I think that we need to learn how to love unconditionally.
Yeah.
I think by y'all being women, y'all more emotional based, and y'all can love unconditionally.
And nurturers in a
Yeah.
nurturing spirit.
Y'all
We can. Because we got little babies even when we have them and they ugly. And we think they're the cutest little baby. Well, I always wondered that. Like, what the heck if you have a little ugly
I
baby?
tried to hold my
And the
back.
mama got to love that ugly baby. She not heard, she looked at that little motherfucker, knew that baby was ugly.
Stop that.
And then she was like, damn, we love unconditionally. We love it.
Yeah.
Y'all, some of these people that had some ugly
But
babies.
even-
Even mama could be pretty and had a
And they
ugly
expect
baby.
us to be
And you
fit.
like,
They want us
whoop.
to be fit our whole life, you know. And I want to be fit too. But as far as like, are you gonna get in the gym? Like,
Exactly. So guess what now I'm doing? I'm holding men to the same standard they hold me at. You want me? I ain't dating you. 'Cause if you got a big stomach and you look fat, that means you unhealthy. Right?
I agree.
And
But
you
you-
don't want me to have a big fat stomach. And if I do get a big fat stomach, then you
You
looking for the
leaving me.
first
You
girl
in
who
your
got
DM.
you looking for the first girl who got a flat stomach. So I'm not giving no more passes out where you can look a certain kind of way, but I can't. And I want to look, and I ain't doing none of my looks. Just to be fair, I don't look a certain way because I'm doing it for you. I do this shit for myself.
That's why I said
When I
don't
get
do it for
dressed, I
myself.
get dressed for myself. When I take care of my body, I do that for myself. And I need you to do the same. So now I'm incorporating that too. Meet me where I'm at, and you need to take care of yourself because I want you to live a good, healthy life as well.
Mhm.
Okay. Why didn't he's perfect in everything else but in that area?
In what
Yeah.
area?
The health
And
or fitness.
not even saying he's unhealthy, but he do carry a little weight. You know
I
what
talk
I'm
to
saying?
fat ones all the time.
I
Chubby
like
chicks,
them.
I like them actually. But what I'm saying is, I gave you a pass. I liked you through all of that. But
So don't
as
start
soon as-
complaining
So
about
soon
what
as I'm chubby, you won't like me. And I'm like, we giving too many passes away, and we shouldn't be giving the passes that we giving away. And then they get to judge. It be the fattest man telling you that you done lost it. You been lost it. And I still like you. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. I like a
We
man
do
with
love
I
men
like
for
a
who
man
they
with
are.
a little weight. I've
too.
never been a girl who liked kind of a, I like a manly man. I like a healthy man. So But I do like, usually I do go for a bigger gentleman. I don't like a scrawny man, but I'm not being biased to them. I just prefer what I prefer.
And
that's
I'll always
okay.
go work out. Like if you want to go, because weight is nothing. You can lose that. That attitude, you can't. You got to work on. That's something you got to work on, or all of that. But weight, that's something you can just lose.
Yeah.
That's something we can go to the gym and bond and do together.
Shoot,
So
when I was heaviest, I had
Yeah, it's
a
all about
husband.
how you
I ain't got no
handle
husband
health and
now.
wellness.
I look the best I ever looked in
Yeah.
life. I ain't got no man.
So it's like if
What?
you,
I should have stayed fat.
Yeah.
Actually, because
you was married 20 years.
20, he loved all of this fatness. He was like, that girl look good. Shit, every time I lose a pound, he be mad as hell. Now I'm over here looking like Black Barbie. No pun intended. And can't buy one of these. I can't buy a
I
nigga
feel
right
like
here.
I don't know, sometimes men be intimidated by, like they love beautiful women, but they don't never marry them for some reason. It's so weird. Even when they have their stuff together, I don't know if it's an intimidation tactic or I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I can't really speak on that because I don't like fine guys either. Give me the ugly one or not the funny looking one,
I
or
kind of like the ugly one.
I like them like that. So let me just
be
be
liking
quiet.
what I like.
Next question, I'm gonna just be quiet on that one.
I be liking what I like, honestly.
Yeah, I like what I like.
I don't really have a per se type. But lately, I've been liking a little light skin. I ain't never really liked the light skin. I've been liking a little pudgy one. A little a little pudge one.
I'm starting to be.
I like that little belly. It look cute.
Okay.
It's a little comfy. I like it.
So you speaking about something that you starting to like. Do you think men be in relationships and starting like other type of women?
What you mean?
So like you might have a brown skin, dark skin. And he was like, no, I'm kind of leaning to the light skin.
I think
Like,
it's
do
preference.
you think people in relationship have changed their preference?
It's possible. Yeah.
Especially
And
if
you
you
think-
dated at a young age and you grow to like different things, for sure.
Well, I'm single, so I'm respectfully. If my husband was still my husband, I wouldn't be in here talking about I like a light skin. I like him. But I'm single, so I'm exploring my options. And what I'm saying is what I never gravitated to before. Now I've been looking like the last 3 men I dated.
and
Funnily, not
Yeah.
relationship wise,
Mhm.
kind of looked alike. I was like, oh, they all kind of got the same kind of
But
look
I
going on.
noticed, what I'm starting to notice, and I think this is coming with me getting older, is my type. I'm starting to notice that what I actually like in my type is not what I should have. My type is not. I don't know. I just don't.
I love that. That was a word. What's the type? What is it supposed to be?
I don't know. I think I'm still figuring it out. But I think what I like is not for me. And that's what I'm starting to learn. And that's why I'm easy on like dating, oh, he fine, or oh, I like him, or I like a certain aspect of that, or even just in the gym, because we similar. I'm starting to realize like maybe your type is not for you. Like, and that's just what I'm starting to see. Like, this
I don't
is not
know.
my person.
I just feel like whatever God got for me is for me. So if he sent whatever gentleman it's gonna be, he gonna be for me. And I'm gonna accept my man when he come, and respectfully, he can be the blackest man, he could be the lightest man. I don't care. I don't have a preference. What I said is I just was recently noticing that some of the guys who I was talking to and not serious relationship with, just hey, we're dating. Dating means I'm getting into. You can date them all, honestly.
It's usually like that. The lighter men love a darker woman.
But
The
I've
lighter
never
women like
really dated.
lighter complexion.
No, besides Drake.
Oh.
But that don't count. But outside of that, like no.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't opposed to it. I never really had like a preference of a type. I just like who makes me feel good. So they resonated something in my spirit, and I was like, well, I like him.
Me too.
And I was just all. That's how
I'm
I like
starting
a
to
man.
like it.
It don't matter what the man looked like.
I've been
it was
loving
just like
intelligence.
the man
Yeah.
can talk to me in such a sense, and I'm like, I don't like none of them, but I like him.
I like learning.
And that's how I am.
I just
So-
like learning. Teach me something.
Could the man that's actually for you don't earn the earnings that's
Nope. I thought I could. I can't.
Like, but what are we talking?
okay? So a man might be a good man and he might be for you, your cup of tea, but he don't earn the amount of finances
That
for
I
you.
got?
No, just period. Just like for the lifestyle that you prefer from a man.
Nope, because I just did that. and it didn't work
on
out.
the show.
It didn't work out for me. So
Dating-
I went to a platform that was different from my platform, right?
Mhm.
And I was
Because she
being,
came from Basketball Wives too.
and I was very open to dating that and then I realized you ain't open to dating me. Because now everything that I'm doing is too extravagant for you, and now you using how I live my lifestyle against me, and that ain't okay.
But you can also get bamboozled like me. So the guy, you know, they have a luxury car business, all of this stuff going on, but it turns around that was his ex-wife's business. Those are all of her cars. Also, you can get like bamboozled and not even know because somebody is lying about their whole career.
Mm.
So I'm just to the point where I gotta see receipts.
Men lie, women lie. People
I gotta see the credit
people be
receipts.
lying.
I'll show you mine as well. But it's just I'm just to the point where you can come on national TV and lie
Mhm.
about your
whole life.
whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I meet your siblings, the viral video about his siblings, those aren't even his real siblings. So it's like I kind of got tricked out of the whole process, you know? So I feel like the vetting process with that should be a little bit different. Like you should really like see.
His brother the fake brother was kind of fun.
And he actually got way more shit going on and married and all that.
Hey Darius, brother, where you at?
but
He was kinda
I
cute.
just
I
feel
was
like the
feeling it.
vetting process should have been a little bit better, especially when it came to the Detroit men. To me, the Detroit women were, there was some good Detroit women on there. It should have been more Detroit men that represented Detroit to me on there.
Well, that man who I was dating, he wasn't even from Detroit.
Yeah, he was from Canada.
Toronto.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How important is faith in your dating life, and why is it being equally non-negotiable for you?
I go first. So, faith, God is very important to me. I don't know. To me, I feel like it's God, husband, wife, and children. That's just the order. That's the biblical order to me. A lot of people gonna say different. You know,
I wouldn't.
A lot of people, if they ask you a question, okay, who would you feed first, your kids or your husband? If I was to answer husband, I would get chewed up right now in 2026. But me, I feel like
I'm gonna feed
my
my husband
husband comes before my
because
kids.
my husband made sure it was enough for my kids.
Yeah.
So I feed him, then I feed them.
And then the Bible says wife and husband cling to each other, and then you raise up that child so they can move on to their
preach it.
husband.
That's true.
So I
That's
just
true.
feel like a lot of
Word.
people don't know their word,
That's
don't
a
go
word.
by the word. So I just want a man that knows his word and know who he is, like with Christ. Because when you know who you are with Christ, it's going to spill into the family. You're going to be good, and the family will be good. So
My dad
Mhm.
and my mom have been married for 51 years. My mom always picks him.
Mhm.
It's God. My father is a pastor. That's their life though, right?
Mhm.
And I love God. I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
I love God, and they raised me up to be that. My father and my mother are a team, and they still together. The children have left and created their own families, and
When you
sometimes
so obsessed with your kids, then
sometimes they don't even pick you. They picking their family. They picking
Yeah.
their husband. Wives pick husbands. Husbands pick wives. And my parents still have each other because they always chose each other. They built us up in the house of God. That's what they did. And they married still to this day, and they love each other. But they pick each other. And if one go, the other one probably gonna go too, because they love each other. But we love them too. But they showed us some real things, and I can speak on what I've actually been raised up in. It's love.
If you show that you love your partner and you
They
show
love each other.
the kids a healthy relationship, they're gonna go into their relationships knowing what a healthy relationship looks like. So I just feel like
my dad
faith is
picking my mama.
important. Yeah.
And then you never could come in between them because there was never I can play a side with I could play my dad against my mom because they were a team. So in that team, then it was us. My mama gonna make sure we eat, but my daddy already made sure it was enough because he was a man. So he made sure it's enough for everybody. But my mom catered to my father,
Yeah.
and that's who she with right now. We children are gone, and my mama in the house with my daddy. That's her man.
And then I feel like it'll be a forever debate too. If I'm Christian and you're Muslim, the values that you have, they don't really match the values that I have.
Can we speak
as
on
a
this
wife.
too? That
Mhm.
people do convert for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
So if I was to marry a man, just so, like I know people who do convert because that was like a big thing.
Mhm.
Well, why would you date a Muslim man? Well, he was on it. Why would he date me? Why would he be here? It was no Muslim women
All
on
the
this
women
platform.
was Christian.
Everybody
so.
on this show was Christian. So if you were coming in here and now opposing and saying, well, I can't date her because our religions are different. Well, you should have never came to this platform, because everybody on this platform believe in Jesus and God. So we're Christian people, right? So therefore, this wasn't a platform for you if that was your decision.
That was
but
a cop-out.
I had a clean slate to say, hey, if it became my husband, then my husband sometimes leads me in a different direction. And faiths do change. I know women who are Catholic who wanted to marry a Jewish man and they converted over to Judaism because now they become whole with their man, and a household should be evenly yoked. There's no division. There shouldn't be any division, especially with God or religion. But
if you're gun-ho on your religion, don't date somebody that has different views.
religions or different views.
You're gonna always fight.
Into that, it's gonna be a thing. So me, I can speak on this because it was actually my connection who had a different faith as I, but it was never an issue for me because I feel like if we become a serious enough connection, at any rate, things could change. I wasn't willing to change my faith in a dating process, no.
Yeah.
But if we got serious and talking about marriage, then it would be something that I would probably consider because it becomes my husband. And in real time, what I was just taught from having parents who are married, my mom followed what my dad did. Because he was a leader and he was the example to our family. So it is possible.
One thing I can say, sorry not to cut you off, so I won't forget. One thing I can say is men, they see that I'm very, because I'm not like a nun, but I do know my word and I do respect my faith. And a lot of guys see that and they try to use that or try to act like they're men of God. I can read between the lines, but I don't like that. Like, be who you are. You don't have to fake like you're this holy guy just to try to get me. Be who you are. If you want to learn and get to know God, then yeah, we can do that. But don't try to act like you're this person when you're not.
And
use Bible verses.
Don't be holier than thou. Don't use, I'm never the person, I love God and I come from a Christian home and a pastor father, but I'm never trying to use my religion when it's convenient for me.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like.
Religion is in me, okay? My Christianity is in me. I'm not even on, y'all don't even hold no cross to me to debate my relationship that I have with God, Jesus Christ, and all of that. But I am not holier than thou. I'm just a human being living my life and how things play. I'm never judging people, and I'm never using my religion conveniently to shoot another person down. I'm not judging nobody because I know my word and I know my value and my worth. And I'm taking everything into consideration as how it's laid upon to me. So my religion is big for me.
I definitely do want to be equally yoked with the person I'm with. Like, it's no doubt about it. I just want to. I don't want the guy that I'm with to send me to hell, no way, shape, or form. I'm not saying that I can't send myself to hell, but no, I don't. I want you to be able to teach me and guide me in the way that I should go.
Do you feel like God revealed people's true intentions faster when you are dating with purpose?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Look, and that's the end.
Yes.
Yes, he do. And that's what I mean by red flags. He will show you and we would not listen. And that's why I'm like, I need to start listening to, because you see, like, one thing women have that men, like, they have it, but we have it, it's more downloaded. We have intuition. A lot of women have intuition to the point where we will see that shit right then and there and ignore it. And
okay.
I feel like women need to start tapping more into their intuition, and just, who cares if he goes?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
In that retrospect, I've seen a lot of red flags, but I was already here, and this was a process.
It was still a show.
That part. In real time and in real life, when we see things, it's like,
your ass is grass.
I know you fucking lying.
Yeah.
I'm walking away from it.
Yeah.
But because I committed to something, which was a show.
The process. Yep.
In a process. I had to be diligent in that process because I ain't a quitter. So I was willing to give the benefit of the doubt. In real timing, if I meet somebody and I see some things like that, I was entertaining what was happening because I signed up for it. And I was okay with that. So I was like, let's try something different. In real timing, with that shit work like that, I probably would have never even met these men in real time. And so I gave it a benefit. I gave it shock value. And I went with the process. differently. What people who watching this don't understand is it is a process. It's a
And it's-
6-week process.
Yes, it's fast.
It's dating a lot of people, getting a
Quick.
and not even that I'm just dating these guys. I'm actually having to get to know these women,
Mm-hmm.
which was the most the best benefit that I
Yeah.
got was I made some
It was a sisterhood.
incredible friends. And so for people to even say things as we were not genuine to each other was fucking false. Because this girl will call me at 6 in the morning and she can say something and I'm like, girl, you know I'm sleeping, I gotta get up and go to work. But I will wake up, look at a message that she sent me, and not to be intrusive or even to expose our friendship, but this is a real friendship and a sisterhood, to tell her for a whole hour and a half and give her encouragement of life, because I'm breathing life into my sister. And it was something that happened that was super amazing. So relationships have been built regardless if they're with a man or a woman, and not in a weird way. What I'm saying is this is my sister and I love her. I love Shannon. I love Nicole.
Donna.
I love Ina. Ina is just who she is. And I'm going to always call people out on their shit. I like when I have to call somebody out and they can receive it. So that's why I'm going to say I like Ina. Because Ina will do some bullshit. And I'll be like, Ina, I ain't mess with that with you because I'm honest, right? And she actually know that I'm going to call you out right then and there and tell you, like, oh, you trying it. I like when people can receive what I'm saying and not jump on a high horse and take offense to it. Like, girl, you wrong, because I'm always willing to accept when I'm wrong. So.
What's one red flag you use to ignore but absolutely won't ignore anymore?
What's a red flag that we
Used to ignore.
used to ignore that I won't ignore no more?
Oh, I got one.
Okay, go ahead, while I think.
Sexuality.
Ooh. See,
Men or women.
I ain't ran into no DL, so I don't know. Not
See,
that I know of.
You didn't let me finish.
Sorry.
I said what I said. I'm not ignoring sexuality. And I ain't no judge and juror. But once you show me some red flags of this, I'ma believe it. Because it's probably true. And I ain't willing to. I used to go, yeah, maybe I like them.
I'm not ignoring.
I'm not ignoring it. Because I'm like, am I giving off?
I don't like the love bombing.
Mm.
It's like so soon. Why are you saying all of this so soon? You don't even know me. So now it's becoming very cringe to me.
I'm
like,
actually a love bomber.
See, I'm not.
I can fall in love in 3 hours.
But that's what she need to take that to do that master class. She know how to hypnotize them.
I can be like
in a good way. But
I can be like, I'm in love. I love it here.
she a Pisces.
I love it here, baby. Like, and I feel it until I don't love it here no more.
Yeah.
So I could get caught up in the mesmerization, and then maybe I am the love bomber because I'm over here like, yeah.
I don't like being
3
love
days
bombed.
later, we is in love. You was my man, and we go together, and I don't care. And I said what I said, and I like you, and we in love. And yes, you going to be my mama.
I'll be side-eyeing. I'll be
you come to
like,
meet Mama Joyce, and I believe you. I'm like, yes.
this guy asked me yesterday, can he be my mama? I'm like,
hell yeah, come on.
Look,
my
see,
mama, because she gonna tell me the truth.
Yeah.
He's full of shit. He ain't got it. Go on, run, sis. I'm gonna come on and meet my mama and them children because these kids is
They
grown,
gonna tell the truth,
and
too,
they gonna
yeah.
tell the truth too. My kids is not little children. My kids are grown. They as my best friends, and they be having some opinions based on it, baby. They know they mama. They know what I
Yeah.
like. They like, mama, you be in love, and I do because I'm a lover girl, and I'm just gonna keep it real with the girls and the men. I'm a lover girl. I love love. I love to see people in love. I love black love. I love black men. I love my daddy. I love my daddy so much.
But I feel
I
like-
love my brothers. She know
But
that.
Dominique, you don't feel like the love bombing can get you caught up quick.
Yeah, quick in a
That's-
relationship for 3 years.
Yeah.
Every man, I maybe just love bombing when you meet a man.
Men
and
be
then
trying to lay
tomorrow,
on you.
and we together every day for the next 3 years. I'ma take it.
So,
Shit, I've had fun. I had a time.
You don't believe at love at first sight?
I
You
do.
don't think somebody can actually see you,
Hell yeah.
dreamed about you,
Mm-hmm.
and seen the girl of his dreams and
Mhm.
said, I can't hope this is the way I feel.
Yeah, because
I
you
don't
prefer-
believe in love at first sight, but I do believe in soulmates.
So you don't believe somebody can see you. Like, have you seen something like
I
some
have.
food that you didn't seen and it looks so good?
And
You
it
was at
tastes
love
good,
at
too.
first sight and said I had to buy. You don't think that could come with a human being with a
Hell
spirit?
yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
don't. I
see,
really
you
don't
tripping.
believe in love at first sight. I don't.
What?
That's crazy. I believe
You don't
that.
think somebody say this is what I've been looking for?
Hell yeah.
No.
Do
I'm
you
sorry,
do that?
y'all. I'm probably toxic,
Oh,
but.
but I'm saying though,
I
so
believe-
have you ever felt
I like a person a lot. I can be like I can lust over a person. And
I ain't talking about lusting. I'm talking about when
no, I
man see
don't.
you-
I
Have
haven't loved nobody at first sight. No,
No, have you ever
don't think
anything
it's
in the
possible?
world?
no.
I'm talking about not even men. I'm just
I
talking
believe you
about
can meet your soulmate, but
A lot of my friends.
I don't
my
believe
soulmates.
that I can meet you and be like, oh my love at first. No, I feel like that's like you're admiring somebody is admiration, and this is my opinion. And
Right, no,
you
just-
just.
You're gonna feel different once you have a baby. You have love at first sight.
But that's your seed. That's your child. He talk like a relationship. I don't.
And they can be bad, and you still love the little motherfucker. You like, damn, I love this. The kid is terrible. He
So-
a murderer. You still love his ass. You
Well,
like,
that's like an omni love, you know, like a agape love, like
Yeah.
a God love. You know, that's like that type of love. I'm talking about like the relationship,
you don't think
romance.
that there's a man out here that can see Ashley and think she everything I ever prayed for?
I
and
believe
fall
that
in
he
love
can
with you.
think that, but I don't
From your-
believe it's
from
love
your
at first
giggle.
sight. I believe no, I don't believe.
I
I don't believe
believe
that it's love at first sight, but I do believe that he probably like this is what I've been praying for. But I don't think that that's love yet. I don't know.
So-
Love. It takes a lot to love somebody.
You do?
No.
I don't believe that. I believe to like
If it-
somebody take a lot. To love somebody is easy. That's what
To
God
love
said
somebody
do.
is easy.
That's easy for me to love
But
you.
if
I might not like you, but I love you. I'm like, I love you because that's what God told me to do. So that's a good the human.
But I can
What
love
about you?
him.
Do you
I
believe-
can love
do you
you.
believe that it's in love at first sight, Lee?
But I can love you and
You
I can
look-
love
Yeah.
you, but that
You
don't mean
married?
I'm gonna be in a relationship with
You
you.
got a woman?
I'm messing around.
Niggas never want to say anything.
I'm
I'm
just saying
saying
'cause
that.
I believe in that. Do you
I
love me?
no, but I'm saying though, like I talk to
You
people.
love me?
But I can love you and not want to be in a relationship with you. I just can love the person who you are. I can love that you do
Yeah,
this.
that's
And,
cool,
but I'm not in love.
girl, I could be in love. I could meet somebody and be like, oh, I love him. But I also love some things.
You don't feel like that's like just a desire, maybe?
No, I feel like I know who I am and I know what I'm looking for. And if I see it,
Mm-hmm.
I could be like, nah, I ain't saying that happened for me on this show.
Yeah.
I thought he was cool. I wasn't loving him.
Yeah.
And no part of me was loving him. But it's been a man who I met. Oh my God, my ex-boyfriend, I loved him from the moment I
Has that love left?
Nope, I still love him. If he shoot a shot back, I'm going back, bitch.
Okay.
I'm going
So-
back,
That's love,
right?
that's
I'm
love.
going back today. I loved him 22 years ago when I first met him, and he was with somebody else, and I was like, "Ooh, I love him." And then I met him 20.
Do he love you? Is it
He
equal
loved me
love
too.
at first sight?
He loved me too. Yes, it was. He and I know it. You know why I know it? Because he ain't never looked at nobody like he looked at me. And I seen him with other
Well, y'all
people.
need to go ahead and jump the broom.
Well, shit don't be happening like that. Just because you love somebody don't mean you're gonna be with them.
But
I
that's what
love
he's
him.
saying. Can you like meet somebody and both of y'all be like, "Ooh, this is love at first sight"? I don't think
Just because
that.
it's love at first sight don't mean you end up with them. It just means I love them. And think life don't happen like that. Life be lifing. And just because we love people don't mean we meant to be with them. Other things be
So
going
you
on in
ain't
life.
never seen nobody who's like,
I have. I love that man. Ooh,
Damn.
girl, I love
I mean,
him.
Right.
I
You-
lust over somebody. Yes.
no, because we don't want to use lust.
I
Because
ain't no
lust
lust.
is
That's
like
different.
you like damn, like you
No,
my type.
y'all. I'm sorry. No,
That's okay.
I haven't.
That's okay.
Damn.
And maybe I haven't came across him
So
yet.
you
It's the Aquarius in us.
so do you got any like
Aquarius is
major
tough.
star that you see on the screen and say, damn? Like when the first time he popped up on the screen, you was like,
Well, I used to love
You ain't
Jamie
love
Foxx.
BTK?
Yeah, but I wasn't. I don't idolize people. That's to me. That's kind of like in the way you do idolizing.
There's a difference.
I like
ain't
people.
idolizing you. I think I love.
But I
this
don't
man.
love. I don't.
You ain't found it yet.
Yeah, I don't like the celebrities. I don't just hold that dearly
I
to
don't
my
have no
heart.
love
So-
for no celebrities either.
so,
I don't
like-
feel like that either.
when you look at love, how is your point of view? Because when it comes to love, like certain people, like
Cheers.
when I see people,
Cheers.
if they look, I'm like, damn, I love that girl. She, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But is that admiration, or do you actually love her to where like, okay, I want to get to know her, I want to marry her, I want like what type of love is that?
if she have the attributes that I need to fall in love. But I can see somebody say, damn, I love you, girl. You looking good as fuck. I done been in the line, see some shit like, oh my goodness.
That's not love.
No, I'm saying though, I love everything you got going on. I'm
Okay.
not listening. Listening is my intentions that I want to do something with you.
Yeah.
My intentions is not to
Because love
to
is
sleep with you.
unconditional.
It's just like when I see you, I'm like, I love everything you got going on. You got style, you got I love the glasses, I love the way you just doing it.
But if she didn't have that and she just came as her pure self, would you still love her?
If I knew who she was, but I'm saying when I see her at first sight, it was
That's
like
you're just admiring that.
no, but I'm saying though, I love what you got going on.
Okay, so you just love how she carry herself, how she's
If I see
presenting.
something good, okay, so if I go see a Bentley Flying Spur, I love that car. I can't say that ain't no bit. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's a nice car.
But you don't need it.
No, I might
not
not need it, but I love it though.
But what if you see the woman and say, I need her in my life?
Then I feel like you should get her.
Okay.
But it should be the same. You know, if you only feeling that way, that's why I said I believe in soulmates versus just love at first sight. Because
What break it down to soulmates. Like break it down.
like I feel like you can't have more than one soulmate. But I do feel like a soulmate is just when y'all spirits connect. You somebody can speak for you when you're thinking it, or when y'all just so attached to each other and y'all just understand each other. That's a soulmate. When y'all are trying to go places together and do just different things, that's a soulmate. Somebody, and you can be in love with your soulmate, but you can also not be in love with your soulmate. It's just somebody that I can have a soulmate, like a best friend. It's just like a spiritual. It's like a soul tie. It's just somebody that you're connected to in a way that y'all understand each other. That's what
Let's
I feel
move
like
on.
a
Ashley
soulmate
don't
is.
believe love at first sight.
Well,
I
she
do.
don't. I
And so
can't.
do Lee.
So
But she don't, and I'll let you know
So
different.
you ain't never seen no outfit. This is what I mean by love at first sight.
Mhm.
You ain't never seen no outfit. You walked in the store and say, I love that outfit.
And had to happen.
And had to have, that's love
So
at first
we're
sight.
talking about things, not relationships.
We talking about relationships. I'm just saying love at first sight is see something and you love the way it look.
And
Like
gotta
not
have it.
intentionally love, like I want to be with you forever, but it's love at first. As soon as you see it, you lock eyes on it and say, damn. You never.
I don't think that that's love, what you're explaining and what you're saying. I just think that that's just something that you just gotta have and won't.
So like I'm trying to understand. So
Good.
no, I'm saying though, what
It's how you
if?
feel.
Yeah.
No, I agree though, but I'm just trying to get your understanding of love. So
Love is omnipresent.
So-
love is when you love somebody. So I'm about to get talking like that man. Love is when you're just omnipresent, when you love a person unconditionally, when you just love that person for who they are or that thing for what
So-
it is.
okay, so if we speak about God, love everyone basically.
Yes.
You love everyone. So even though if your love ain't at first sight, okay, when you see him, but you love this person and you don't